Bike racing. Let's talk bike racing. What 20 years of bike racing taught me. Let me just crack open a beverage. Enjoy the B-roll. This is not brought to you by Schweppes. It's a sweet drink here. There's Thai Sprite. I have to report Thai Sprite isn't as sweet as it used to be. Since the sugar tax coming here in Thailand, Sprite, in my opinion, has gone downhill. But this is a sweet drink. It's about 42 grams of sugar per can. So let's have a bevy. Let's crack open a bevy. Let's have a talk about bike racing. That is sweet. Oh, that's beautiful. Anyway, bike racing. I did my first ever official UCI bike race to get my license in December 1997. So it was over 21 years ago. I race pretty much every year. I haven't done any races this year. Just stick with the running races. But my last race was September last year, stage race here in Thailand. Brutal stage race. Hardest race I've ever done, actually. It was insane. The terrain, oh man, it was fantastic. It was just incredible. So I did that. Finished ninth, won some prize money for that, and that was really, really awesome. It's like a 1 week, 1200k stage race. Just fantastic for Northern Thailand. Beautiful. Loved it. I love bike racing. Fucking love it. Love the tactics mostly. The tactics is really good. I love the tactics is my favorite thing. I watch bike races these days, like some of the local scene, and some of the tactics. I'm like, who's teaching these kids tactics? There's no tactics here. It's just like, it's crazy. That's what I love about running. Running racing. The fittest person always wins. But in bike racing, it is fan. I love it. I love I guess I've done so many bike races, hundreds and hundreds of bike races over the last 20 something years, and thousands of bunch rides probably in there, fast bunch rides, etc. So I love bike riding. I've never had a driver's license. Hundreds of thousands of k's on the bike and the road bike. First road bike I got December 1997, so 21 years ago. In a couple of weeks, first ever road bike. Anyway, let's get to the point. Why I don't recommend bike racing anymore. So dangerous, so dangerous. I've seen so many horrific crashes. I've had dental damage done from crashing my bike, etc. I don't recommend racing for anyone. In my cycling ebook, which I recommend every cyclist get a copy, I don't even recommend racing now. I talk about bunch ride safety, bike safety. Get a copy of that book. That could save your fucking life. Durianriders Anybody Bible. Durianrider.com. Check it out. It's the best. It's got a bike buyer's guide. All the best products I recommend in it. Updated it just a few days ago. If you do buy a copy and to make updates, you'll get an automatic email update with the latest edition. So you buy it once, you never have to buy it again. It's always going to be updated for you. Starting all those a few days ago. So I'm talking there about bike racing and stuff like that. What's the best training for weight loss, etc. I don't rate bike racing for safety because it's just so fucking dangerous, man. It is so dangerous. Will I ever race again? Maybe some like masters racing in Adelaide in the hills. There's got a small group there. It's pretty casual, just a lot of old school races, so it's pretty safe. There's no 20-something kids with a chip in their shoulder or no fear of death in the bunch. So that's generally what I find is what makes it dangerous is the 20-something kids and maybe the 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds who just have no fear. They've never had a big crash. They've never seen anyone snap their femur, compound fracture. They've never smashed teeth out or busted an eye socket. They're just going for it. Daddy or mummy bought them an expensive bike, 10 grand S-Works, and they're just going for it in their carbon rims into the wet corner, just whatever. I don't know, just no idea, and no fear. And that makes racing really, really dangerous at that level. So once that sort of started coming in, I started to see more crashes, having crashes myself. I'm like, is this really worth risking my health for maybe $50 in a plastic trophy? Nah, not for me anymore. I'd rather be a social media writer, make way more money. I mean, look at, there's not many pro riders who make more money than I do each year, or in the last 5 years or 10 years, whatever. There's not many. I mean, pro cycling get paid fuck all. 50 grand, 50 euro, whatever a year. It's like fuck all. Women's cycling is even less. So definitely, I would say the chicks on social media cycling would earn more than most women pro racers. They treat you like dirt essentially, and that's coming from all my domestic pro rider friends, females and males. Just you're basically getting treated pretty trashy. If you can get results, you're in a bit, and they'll give you fuck all for your contract. And if you take heaps of good drugs, you get a better contract. It's really cutthroat. I don't recommend it. I was actually talking to Tori today, having a bit of banter with Tori. She was going to do a race, her first ever race coming up. There's a race here in Chiang Mai called the Masters Tour. Hectic, super dangerous race. Tori's like, that's going to be my first ever race. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, what? So you got no insurance. two got zero racing experience. I think Tori said it'd be just like a bunch ride, and I'm like, I'm just like, I'm not sure if Tori's trolling, but it's like, it is not a good idea after your first ever race to do a fucking stage race in Thailand where it's so dangerous here, the roads, because there's dogs running out. Right? Dogs are a fucking liability here if you're in a bunch. It's Thai riders are really good. They're really coordinated. They take mad risks, but they're very used to two wheels growing up motorbikes. But here, dogs. Remember last year I was in a bunch and the dog ran out and actually Tori went down. I didn't go down. I almost went down. Tori went down. She had her head down, wasn't paying attention. And yeah, that was just after I'd been telling Tori, like, keep your head up. She's like, I just want to get home, and then bang, dog, crash. Lucky she didn't hurt herself too bad. When she hit the ground, though, I was like, fuck, that's. But yeah, bike racing, I wouldn't let anyone I cared about race bikes because it's just so fucking dangerous. Unless the person's already a bike racer and got the experience, because you throw me in a bunch, I'm probably going to be pretty safe because I'm not going to take that much risks. I'm not going to be that trusting of riders in front. I'm probably going to be at the back a bit or a bit to the side, maybe doing extra work, or maybe dead up front, But I'm rarely going to be in the midst of the bunch. I'm going to be in the safety zone. You have to do more work out there, but I'd rather do that just than having these big crashes for plastic trophies. So I wouldn't let anybody I cared about race bikes. If I had a kid, I wouldn't let them race bikes. If I had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I wouldn't let them race bikes unless they're already experienced it, because it's just so dangerous. And the learning curve is horrendously steep. It's horrendously steep. And so I've had friends who have had horrific crashes in training, going on downhills and stuff like that. So if you do ride with me, you notice I always warn people, chill on the downhill. Just because I've seen people, fucking get fucked up. And even a guy recently died. One of the lads died unfortunately, I think it was in Spain, on downhill, just out for a ride with mates, too fast and downhill, dead. Very unfortunate. So life is short, man, and, it's crazy. You want to do competitions, do running races, or do Strava KOMs. They're the best workouts, they're the safest, and, it's the way to go. So Strava, I'm definitely fitter now from Strava than I was when I was racing A-grade Div 1 back in the day. One, I've got a power meter. Now to push myself better because I have a power meter there. And two, just Strava. You leave it all on the road on Strava. In racing, it's sort of like tactics, there's crashes, flat tires. It's not always the fittest person wins. But on Strava or in running races, the marathon, 5K races, etc., then it's like, big difference. So what I learned after 20 years of racing is I wouldn't recommend racing to anyone. If you do want to get into racing, though, you're getting too safe during a ride. You're getting too safe, mate. I want to break some legs. I want to break some eye sockets. I want to fracture my pelvis and get some dental damage and scar my face. I know a big scar across my cheek from my training doing it. I have some character there. Okay. Then I would recommend getting to cyclocross. Cyclocross, at least if you crash in cyclocross, you're on dirt. You're probably going under 30k an hour. It's probably pretty soft. There's not much concrete in the cyclocross scene. So I would recommend cyclocross racing. I reckon cyclocross racing would be a great transition to road racing. Cyclocross. I wouldn't recommend cross-country mountain bikes. That's fucking. I've done some teeth work in cross-country. I recommend cyclocross. I race cyclocross. I remember doing the first ever cyclocross race in South Australia back in 7 years ago in 2011. And first ever cyclocross race in SA, and it was so much fun. I even raced my bloody Canada road bike there. This is before anyone was pretentious on Instagram, posting pics of their cyclocross bike and Rafa jersey and thinking they're the fucking dog's balls. But yeah, it was good fun, very good fun. So cyclocross is fantastic, fun. And let's talk about why are so many roadies so fucking pretentious, and when did that start? Was it because of Instagram? Was it when Rafa jerseys came out, or pop helmets, or $400 Oakley jawbreaker glasses? What caused? No. Pretentious roadie fucks have always been around. Ever since I raced back in the 90s, you had these cliquey, pretentious fucks who wouldn't really fit anywhere else, so they got into road cycling somehow. Or, and I think probably the caffeine doesn't help with that. People get all really bitchy and snitchy and stuff like that. But now with Instagram, it's like you see people out there riding no gloves. No gloves means for me no brains. Or they've got these uncut slam steerers, and it's like fucking hell. They're like, oh, because it's resale value though. Like if you cut your fork, then your resale value is less. They've got a $400 helmet, and they're risking their life with an uncut slam steerer to save a few bucks for resale value, and they're using a $400 helmet or a $400 jersey. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, no sense there. No sense at all. So never ever ride an uncut steerer slammed, ever. You know, friends don't let friends ride uncut steerer slammed. Unless you've got a massive deep plug in there, okay. But these are standard plugs that come out. Most bikes, they're dodgy anyway. So you definitely slam it, cut it, put your plug in there, all right? Or put a long plug in there. Don't have these fucking 10 mil plus of spaces above your stem. It's dangerous, and you're a fucking noob if you do. All us old school crew go fucking noob, uncut steerer. So when did you start riding? 2012 or what? You know, it's like crazy. That's me having my little rant. Uncut steerers do my head in. Same as carbon handlebars. People crashing carbon handlebars. Go, it should be right, mate. Yeah, it's all good. Second-hand carbon handlebars. So fucking hell. Hope we got good dental insurance. So that's what I've learned in bike racing. Is it's like is a big step up from bunch riding. Big step up because bunch riding can be quite fast and aggressive and good power output. But generally you stop somewhere, have some food and chill, and you get a recovery time. But racing is like people take more drugs. People take more caffeine, more painkillers, so that the level goes up, can go up. Depends where you live, depends what grade you're in as well. But there's definitely doping in I know a guy local who was doing D grade or C grade and got caught for doping. So it is out there. What does that mean? Not much. It means you got to put in some good workout. But it is a dangerous sport, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. So I was going to put my word out there for recommendations. I don't recommend bike racing, except for maybe cyclocross. And then if you do that for a few years and you want to try hard at road racing, then yeah, pick some small races and stuff like that. The bigger the bunch and the flatter the course, and the younger the bunch, generally the more dangerous it is. Because downhills, corners, the young guys just they're bombing in. I can tell when no one's had a big crash. Yeah. Had to maybe drop their bike a few times, whatever, and they're just like, you don't know what you're talking about. They're riding no gloves. They're going down hills faster than I would go normally. And they're riding for maybe a few months or a year or a couple of years, whatever. They haven't had a big crash yet. They haven't seen someone screaming on the road in pain or legs split open. Remember that crash in Chiang Mai a few years ago? That young girl, young woman. I remember warning her just like a few days before, like, take it easy on the downhill. Take it easy. And saying that again and again. And she's like, oh, it's okay. And then bang, a few days later, leg gash right open. And when I saw that picture, I was like, holy shit. Luckily she's all right. She had good insurance. She got looked after well. So listen to daddy. Take it easy on the downhills and don't race bikes. It's just sketchy as fuck. And also make sure your cleats aren't too worn. Pulling a foot ain't fun at 50 km an hour in the sprint. Anyway, that's my little rant there. What I've learned from racing bikes over the last 20-something years is dangerous as fuck. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone, exception being cyclocross. Stick with if you want pure competition, then stick with Strava. Stick with running races. Or stick with cyclocross. And there's so many people out there who disagree with me. All these noobs out there, you don't know what you're talking about. And you'll go to this profile, they ride no gloves, uncut slam steerer, $200, $300, $400 helmet, some designer sunglasses, been riding for a little bit, sock height, all that stuff, thinking they're the knees bees, the bees knees, and they're those people who think they're going to learn the hard way. They're going to learn the hard way, the painful way, because some people have to learn that way. Some people are like that. That's cool. But I just have this. I get triggered. I do get triggered. I do feel I have to say something, get off my chest, because I don't like to be the person going, wow, I wish I said something before that happened. I've made those mistakes in the past. Now, I'm 41 in a couple of days. I'll just say what I feel in the moment, especially if it's going to increase safety. So that's my take on bike racing. And if you're doing your first ever bike race, don't use any stimulants. Don't use any painkillers. Just go full natty in there so you can be totally aware. You're not like buzzing around, fucking nervous wreck. No stims, no painkillers. First ever bike race. Just get that experience up. Full natty. And otherwise you'd be like all manic and shit, crushing everyone, crushing yourself. Anyway. Thoughts, comments, questions down below. Get a power me, get on Strava. Get a copy of my ebook, Durianriders Anybody Bible, and get fucking lean. Lean.
carbs, carb the fuck up, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up. Corn, rice, potatoes, yams, bananas, mangoes, dates, plantain, melons, blueberries, blackberries, mulberries. Get them motherfucking carbohydrates in. Go vegan, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up, the fuck up, the fuck up, the fuck up.